Tell them where I'm from. I'll make the 6 straight jump from SoCal, Hollywood to the slums. Get burnt by the California sun on the west side. East Coast, where you at? Just got to New York like a net on a jet to London. To Brazil, to Quebec, like the whole world took effect to Ferg. Tell them, lay back, slow down. Better represent when we come to your town. So lay back, slow down. What you represent when we come to your town? Say, get in with the business, I'ma be there in a minute. I just booked a Paris ticket, thinking Russia need a visit. I'ma run it to the limit, and me on my way to Venice. LA got the people saying, Brooklyn saying, ASEAN saying, Vegas saying, Rio saying, Tokyo saying, Down Under saying, Miami saying, Jamaica. Every city, every state, every country you know, all around the globe. Every city, every state, every country you know, this is how it goes. Tell them where I'm at, from the plaque to the everything fat, got motored on a track. My girls all stacked. When I roll down the window, let me know where you at. Atlanta, North, South, Kekalak, Texas Grill, Cadillacs, through Miami, then back to the whole world. Took effect to fart. Tell them, lay back, slow down. Better represent when we come to your town. So lay back, slow down. What you represent when we come to your town? Say, get in with the business when I come from Kansas City. Hit Manila till it's Christmas, out to India. Visit Puerto Rico, is this wizard? Bring my people back to Venice. LA got the people saying, Moscow saying, España, Kingston saying, San Diego saying, Chi-Town saying, Germany saying, La Puente saying, Ibiza. Every city, every state, every country you know, all around the globe. Every city, every state, every country you know, this is city, every state, every country you know, all around the globe. Every city, every state, every country you know, this is how it goes. Got the people saying, Amsterdam saying, Frisco saying, Switzerland saying, Sao Paulo saying, Joburg saying, Mexico saying, Stockholm saying, Jamaica. Feel whatever you like to like it. Yes, you can join us now. We like to love it. We like to love it. We like to love it.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
That's right, it's here, the official start of the new NBA season. I'm Ernie Johnson, excited to be here once again with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith for another go-around. Tonight we'll see the Oklahoma City Thunder playing against the Atlanta Hawks. Well, for Atlanta, coming off a loss in the first game of the season, they'll no doubt be anxious to put tonight's contest in the win column and avoid an 0-2 start. For the Hawks over the last few years, they've brought in some faces and tactics from San Antonio. Shaq, are they really the San Antonio Spurs East, as we've heard in recent years?
Well, Coach Budenholzer was a former San Antonio Spurs assistant. They run a similar motion offense with spacing in the ball movement. They're not the Spurs yet because they don't have any players that can create ISO plays and get players other shots.
What I like about that team, Ernie, is every player on that team, just put their ego aside. They're not worried about the numbers, and winning is all cost, and winning is first. And when you see that in a team, then that is the hallmark of the San Antonio Spurs organization. Egos aside, winning first.
Atlanta, 4 All-Stars, and a trip to the Eastern Conference Finals in 2015. Let us get down to Kevin Harlan as we get ready for the opening tip.
Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the
Welcome, sports fans. Thanks for joining us. And it's time for NBA basketball on 2K Sports. I'm Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. Thunder here to defend the home court, playing host to the Eastern Conference. And this game, the first chance they've had to see Atlanta. A year ago, they each gained a victory at home, but couldn't secure a win on the road. All right, let's set the floor, courtesy of Gatorade. It's not possible what we just said. Clark, is that possible?
Not probable, but it is possible, partner. It is possible.
And think about it, guys. That's one of the few guys in the entire league who can pull off something like that.
And that replay sponsored by Kia, the Kia Slam Cam, giving us a great look at that one.
And who could forget the tear that Westbrook went on last season? I mean, after the All-Star break, it was just triple-double after triple-double for him.
Jones drives in. Garnett with the block. They get it back, and he's able to get it back. Here's Cousins. Yes, and it's Irving picking up the assist.
He was the first one to react to that miss. Excellent anticipation on his part. A hustle play on the putback by him.
Greg, for Westbrook, as you were talking about him, the triple-double stretch included 4 in a row. He had 6 triple-doubles, Clark, in 8 games. It was sensational.
Yeah, it really was, Kevin. And what's even more amazing was that he was very close to a triple-double, even on the nights he didn't get one. Man, he's a guy who showed you what it means to carry a team.
Here's McAdoo following the basket by Russell Westbrook. The drive by Wade, and he gets it to go.
You know, huge height advantage there, but because of the great body control, he's able to cancel it out.
Agreed. The body control essential in that situation. I mean, if you're giving up a bunch of height, then you better be able to manufacture things in the air.
Tries to keep it alive, but they'll get another chance. And a wide open look for Jordan. Nails the wide open jump shot. Jordan's got his second bucket tonight.
And a really good way to start the game. He's a guy who, if he gets it going early, he's going to give you problems.
Down low. Garnett, wide open. Drills it from outside. Garnett's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. For Atlanta, they come in off the loss to the Suns.
You know, you hate to use this word, but I really felt like it was a sorry effort that they put forth on the defensive side.
Boy, that's pretty harsh from you, Greg, but you're right. I mean, too many times we saw them slow to set up and get on D or late on their rotations, and they paid a big price for it.
Well, you look back on the Thunder last season, and the theme was injuries. Too many injuries to the bulk of their core.
And, you know, the big three, Durant, Westbrook, and Ibaka, all missed significant time. Only Westbrook of those three was able to finish the season.
Now, here's Westbrook following the miss by Michael Jordan.
It is so hard to contain him. He just seems to get it done however he has to do it.
Wade kicks to Cousins. Inside. There's the dish to James. And it's sent back by Irving. To the inside. Fast break here. Here come the Hawks. McAdoo misses.
Oh, that's a golden opportunity to finish on the break and just close it.
Yeah, at this level, you got to make that shot. It's plain and simple. You got to knock that one down. Phenomenal alley-oop slam right there, guys.
They're taking advantage, Clark, of a team that looks lost out there.
Guys, this one is threatening to get really ugly. And listen, those injuries really did the Thunder in. I mean, at no time during the season did they ever really get a chance to gel and play any stretch of games with their entire roster.
Catching up on the changes for Oklahoma City. Johnson, he's checked in for LeBron. Ellis comes in for Michael Jordan. And it's Johnson in for Russell Westbrook. Petrovic is checked in for the Hawks.
Boy, they've gone on this run, and ball movement has been a big key.
It really has, Clark. The defense unable to react as quickly as necessary in terms of dealing with their passing.
You know, every franchise will have a year that is just lost to injuries. I mean, it happens. The hard part of it for the Thunder is that it happened while so many of their stars are in their prime.
And Atlanta calls their first time out of the game.
You know, and Billy Donovan, the Oklahoma City Thunder, were able to pull him away from the college game last season, signed him to a 5-year deal in the middle of last year's playoffs.
Atlanta making some changes. ABC's checked in for Cousins. Millsap comes in for McAdoo. And Paul Pierce is subbed in for Irving. Just over 3.5 minutes gone here in the first. Looking to end the run. Garnett grabs the board. And for Billy Donovan, we were talking about him. He had been with Florida for so long. The Gator program built by him. It'll be a big change. He had been thinking about it, though, before. He almost took, remember that Greg, the Magic job back in 2007?
You know, there was a change of heart for him with the Orlando gig. And Donovan's done nothing but win at Florida, and he'll have that same pressure to succeed with the high expectations with the Thunder.
Now here's Pierce after the miss from Joe Johnson. And Pierce, here we go, and he dunks it down.
Cutting into that lead a little bit. Way to finish.
And the basket is still shaking.
Oh, I mean, he has got power in bunches on that two-hand.
It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. And then Wade slams it in.
Tell you what, that was all made possible by the heads-up defense at the other end.
And I love that as soon as they get their hands on the basketball, they immediately get out and transition.
Timeout is called. First of the game for the Thunder. And he isn't the biggest body at 6'8", Clark, but Paul Millsap, very effective.
And part of his being underrated and underestimated, I think, is due to that size. Folks are finally starting to come around. That kind of production he's put up will make that happen.
The captain's checked in for Oklahoma City. Here's Wade after Oklahoma City gets the three. The rebound by Johnson.
Boy, I tell you what, guys, he's an extremely strong, able to power that through the defense.
And you don't ever want to get into the habit of letting the offense get to the rim.
Yeah, I couldn't agree with you more. I mean, that's the message they were sending with that foul. Nothing easy inside.
And Millsap, with over a 7-foot wingspan and also just a great nose for the ball. He gets you rebounds, blocks, and he leads all power forwards in steals pretty much every season.
Jason Terry, he's checked in for Atlanta. Johnson, the pass to the captain. On the wing, Johnson. Johnson kicks to Ellis. Kicks it out to Johnson. Here's the captain. But they get it back. They get it back, and it's slammed in by Garnett.
Couldn't have dreamed of a much better start here than they've had today.
I think the offensive game plan they came in with was right on point. It's worked perfectly, and the lead they already have is proof in the pudding.
And it's out of bounds. And they say last touch by Garnett. "19 seconds left in the first. Terry with it, and it's Johnson picking him up. 6 on the shot clock. It's Pierce with the drive. Johnson left side to the paint. It's tipped. Here, talk to Monte Ellis. He says he feeds off his doubters. He loves to...
I think I had that all my life. I always...
And Monte Ellis is still trying to prove people wrong now in Dallas after their quick exit from the playoffs a season ago. Clark, it's been a decade in the league now for this very talented guard.
And you know, that kind of relentless determination is really something Monte is known for, and one of the reasons he has been around for 10 years in the NBA as a consistently good player and lethal scorer.
Welcome back, everyone. A lopsided first quarter in the books already as we start the second quarter. And let's get your take, guys, on the scoring breakdown for the Thunder.
They've definitely had a hot hand from three-point range. Always nice to get off to a good start.
The other thing they've had going for them tonight is their passing. I mean, doing a nice job. Plenty of their points early on coming off assists.
On the court for Atlanta, Terry is out there with Petrovic. Then there's Irving. Then it's the Prophet, and it's Cousins in at the 5, home in the paint. Atlanta making a switch here. Jones is checked in. Elbow shot. Rebound, Atlanta.
Yeah, but the hand in the face. It's critical that you contest his shots every time down the floor.
The feed to McAdoo from 12 feet out. Can't get it to go. And it's Oklahoma City the other way. 13 points was their biggest lead in the game.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
And on the flip side, Greg, the defenders have to show more fight on the interior. They've got to offer more resistance here.
Okay, time now for an injury report.
Guys, I got an update from head athletic trainer of the Thunder. He told me that it doesn't look too serious. That is going to make things very hard on them in what is still a very young season. Hopefully, as early as it is, he has time to recover and help this team down the road. Guys?
All right, Doris. Really appreciate you finding out how he's doing.
And, you know, I know everyone is rooting for him to make a quick and full recovery.
Absolutely. I mean, his teammates want him back out there as much as he wants to be back out there.
Hawks were so dominant last year and were the first team to clinch their spot in the postseason.
Hawks also will wrap up the top seed in the East and were able to advance against the Nets in 6 games.
The Hawks trail by 8. Atlanta calls timeout. And as the coaches go to the clipboard to outline their strategy during the timeout, the players getting a chance to rehydrate with some Gatorade. That's key to staying fresh all the way to the final whistle.
And, Kevin, it really is. And every one of these players knows it. They're all making sure to stay hydrated. It's impossible to play your A game if you're not getting enough to drink, especially towards the end of games. That happened.
And this sort of awesome dunk is one of the reasons this team is in charge of this game right now.
Clark, there is a swagger out here on the court that they possess and are not afraid to show it either.
That's right.
I tell you what, I used to love to go up and jam like that.
McAdoo misses.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over.
When you think about guards who play without fear or any hesitation, Russell Westbrook is the first of those guys to come to mind.
I tell you what, man, his relentless pursuit and attacking of the goal and his opponent is really something to watch.
Knocked loose. Westbrook with the steal. To the middle. Jordan dishes to James. Cousins pulls it in. Cousins has got rebound number 5 here tonight. Here's Jones. Good. And it's Cousins picking up the assist. Jones has got his first basket of the night.
And for Westbrook, he had some high praise. Allen Iverson said he's a huge fan of Westbrook and sees so much of himself in him, mostly due to how they play with heart. I'll tell you the other thing, Allen Iverson I always felt was the most intimidating small guard in the history of the league. Russell Westbrook rapidly trying to claim that honor.
The drive by Wade, and there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
And sometimes when you want something done, you got to do it yourself. That dunk's the shot in the arm they need to really cut into that lead.
Well, Greg, it certainly got everybody on their bench up and off their seats and cheering.
Yeah, that could be an instant momentum shift. That certainly was a rim wrecker.
Catching up on the changes for Oklahoma City. Kevin Garnett is checked in for Jefferson. Johnson comes in for the captain. Monte Ellis checked in for Michael Jordan. And it's Johnson in for Russell Westbrook. The Hawks trail by 13.
You know, I was thinking back to that Iverson quote on Westbrook. They play with that same fire. The styles in which they play are different, but you can see the intensity is the same between them. And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
Dime-dropping delights is what I call it.
That's a nice pass. I will give you that one.
Yeah, he was on the money, that's no doubt. And it's Wade penetrating. That one goes. Count it. Wade's got 9 points.
And he's really shot the ball well, but it hasn't been contagious.
On the wing, Johnson. LeBron outside. Pierce with the rebound.
He's tried to get it going, but the shots simply have not been there. Nothing seems to be falling.
Unloads from 13. Good work defensively by Johnson. The Thunder leading by 13. The drive by James. 1:12 left to play here in the second quarter. Again, Pierce missing.
Unfortunately, that's been the result for him over and over, guys. He just cannot find the bottom of the basket.
It really does make the game easy for your teammates when you can lead them to the rim that well with a pass.
The Hawks trail by 15. Wade passes to Jones. Back to Wade. Played in with a nice touch off the glass. Wade's got 6 points in the quarter.
Hard to get that one off with the size difference there. That makes it a tough individual matchup for him, especially down low.
Well, took on the big guys going in there and challenging them like he did. But, boy, that was a nice job.
There's 31 seconds left now here in the second. Nice ball movement here by Atlanta. Bangs home the trifecta. Wade's got 14.
A tough start scoring the basketball, but they're starting to turn it around now.
Yeah, it looks like they've gained a little bit of confidence as the lid has come off the hoop.
It would have been something to see if he could hit that shot from that deep.
Greg, you know it. I know it. There aren't very many guys that can hit from out there. But he is one of them. That's the kind of range he has.
Substitution on the court.
Here's Petrovic. He had a 30-point outing their last game against the Suns in Phoenix.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that one.
That'll do it for the first half. It's the Thunder. They lead by 12. And a chance now to send you over to Doris Burks.
I put a lot of work in the summertime, but I'm very confident.
Russell, thank you so much. Kevin, hard work pays off.
Thank you for the great interview, Doris. We'll be back for the third quarter of basketball.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
And hello again. We have amped up home crowd joining us for our halftime report. Ernie Johnson with the illustrious Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. Oklahoma City has the edge here at halftime. They are leading by 12. And we'll start with the big fella. Shaq, what'd you see from them out there?
Well, Ernie, Kenny, the offense was running really well. And their shooting percentage was outstanding, and it wasn't just luck. It's because the offense never allowed the opposing defenders to get comfortable.
Talk to me, Kenny. How did you think Atlanta played?
One problem is that they didn't show enough aggressiveness on the board. When you start losing a game, that's when you're supposed to tighten up and toughen up. Your pride has to be challenged, and you need to rise to the occasion. They've got to be more aggressive as a team, and that will cut into the lead.
All right, and that'll do it for us here. We now take you back to the second half of our game. Kevin Harlan ready with the call.
And as we welcome you back, we begin our second half. So far, not a tightly contested game, guys, but, you know, anything can happen. Dwayne Wade really has his fingerprints all over this one.
That slasher mentality was on display in that first half. He got to the rim consistently.
Boy, I tell you what, he's got that great first step, and he must have had some quickness porridge or something because he looks a little faster today than normal.
Garnett out there with LeBron James. Then it's Michael Jordan. Then there's Russell Westbrook. And it's Jefferson in at the 5 down low. That's Billy Donovan's 5 as we get going here in the second half. Westbrook against Wade. Westbrook kicks to James. Good. Nice assist from Westbrook. Westbrook's got 3 assists now in this one.
Well, I tell you, last season was a big one for the Hawks and Coach Budenholzer. Their dominant season won him multiple Coach of the Month titles, and eventually he won the Coach of the Year award.
Good. And with a little over a minute gone, the second half is underway. And it's Wade penetrating. And it's no good. Third time he's missed in 9 shot attempts.
A slight rebound advantage for them. One more column in their favor, and it's all adding up.
Well, you take a look at all of the stats, the team stats, that is, and that's one of the many areas that they've had the advantage. And as a result, they've got a big lead.
Uh-oh, a little showboating at the end of that one.
The Thunder leading by 12. Westbrook up top. Wade is covering. Westbrook drives in, and it's good. Fought through contact. It's the shot. He'll go to the free throw line.
And really, it looks like he may just try to take this thing over on his own and really build that lead up.
The captain's checked in for the Thunder. Last season, Atlanta showed just how much fun a team can have playing team basketball, a complete team effort. We use that word a lot. You don't see it much in the NBA, but boy, they epitomized it, Clark.
Yeah, they sure did. Refreshing to see a team do that well collectively without a real superstar. Just a solid group that understood their roles and played them perfectly.
Wade with it. Westbrook picks him up. It's good, and the Thunder lead is cut down to 12 on the bucket from Wade.
And he's been the key for their offense with the way he shot the basketball.
Yeah, he's most certainly not the reason they're in a hole. I mean, his percentage has been outstanding.
Wade against Westbrook. Stolen by Wade. And here we go. Fast break. Wade's got it. Jefferson with some nice D. The Thunder leading by 12.
And, folks, it's not like the Hawks didn't have talent. I mean, they did have 4 All-Stars last year. None of them voted in, however.
And here's Westbrook from the arc. Good. Westbrook's got 5 points in the quarter.
Guys, his consistency in terms of shooting has really helped them seize control.
Time called here. The Hawks decide to talk it over.
You know, what shows you just how team-oriented the Hawks were last season was this stat. They never had anybody score more than 30 points for them in a game all season. Millsap had 30 points once early in the year, and that was the high mark.
Update for us, Doris.
Hi, guys. I had a guys. He went over the offensive plan and that it hinges on running through Dwayne Wade. Coach stressed the importance of getting the ball in his hands as soon as possible at the start of their possessions. No question he's going to be the key guy for them offensively. Well, they need to make something happen before the start of the fourth quarter, and maybe those changes will do the trick, Kevin.
All right, Doris, thanks. They set the screen. Screen by Cousins. Wade against Johnson. Here's Cousins. Another shot. And that one goes in as he is fouled. It'll be 3 points if he converts at the line.
Another bucket in the paint. That's something they just have not been able to stop today.
Yeah, the defense is all about disrupting timing and spacing, and what they've got going right now is not getting it done.
Looking at who's out there now for the Hawks. Paul Millsap's checked in for McAdoo. Pierce comes in for Irving. And it's Terry in for Dwayne. And one thing about Big Al Jefferson, big offensively in the post, he doesn't seem to be moving that fast, but Clark, he piles up the digits.
Yeah, he puts numbers up. I mean, he's got a deep bag of low post tricks. He positions himself well. He's got a wide body, good hands, and a nice touch, so it makes him hard to stop down there.
Stolen away. Oh, and a fast break for Atlanta. Millsap kicks to Terry. Back to Millsap. And he jams it with authority.
And guys got careless with the ball there, and the turnover leads to the big stuff.
Once he came up right with the steal, he went straight on the attack.
That's exactly the way to do it too, Kevin. Go hard to the bucket and don't let them set up the defense.
Now a timeout called by Oklahoma City.
Yeah, I think he just sees some things that can be improved and wants to get everybody back on the same page.
And usually that, to me, is a good use of the timeout. I mean, if there's something that he's noticed that can give his team a lift, I think he's got to try to take advantage of that.
Atlanta making a switch here. Camby's checked in. And so it's Oklahoma City with it. The biggest lead of the game, 15 points. Ellis can't get it to go. The Hawks trail by 12. Terry with it, and it's Johnson picking him up. Millsap a screen. Kevin Garnett with the steal. And now a fast break for the Thunder. Here's Ellis, and he takes the feed in stride and slams it home.
Well, there you go. One team operating on all cylinders at either end, steals, fast break buckets, and the other team scrambling to find its game.
Great point. I mean, that aggression has allowed them to just create a lot of havoc, and boy, are they taking advantage.
Pass to Camby. The shot from the low post is good. Camby's got his first points of the game.
And he came off that screen, and the D just didn't get over the top of it.
Yep, weren't there in time enough to challenge Greg, and when that's the case, you can mark those up for him.
Now that's terrific defense at the rim. Got right in his path.
And you know they'll be conscious of him next time they take it inside, too. I mean, that's what really good defenders do. They make you think about their presence.
And now in transition is Pierce. Here we go.
Excellent work there in transition.
Yeah, I think it's always better to go early in transition, to attack when it's there, because oftentimes you can beat the defense down the floor.
Ellis with it. 1 second left, and it goes at the buzzer.
Digging deep to hit that shot. That shows some serious guts right there.
Oh, man.
No explanation, no excuses, no hesitation.
Welcome back. Fourth quarter action starting up in what has been a one-sided show. Here's Westbrook. Fourth quarter on the court for the Hawks. Irving is out there with McAdoo. Then there's Dwayne Wade. Then it's ABC. And it's Petrovic in at the 2-guard. Westbrook dishes to Garnett. James has a 2-pointer. And the shot falls short this time. The Hawks trail by 12. On the wing, Irving. And the call will be against Kevin Garnett. That's foul number 2 for him.
Yeah, clearly he hadn't established position there.
Yeah, and I like this call because you want the refs in that situation. If there's any doubt, err on the side of giving the benefit of the doubt to the offensive player. That should have been a block, and it was.
DeMarcus Cousins, he's checked in for ABC. The Thunder leading by 10. The drive by James cannot hit. Nice D from Cousins. Wade with it. He's picked up by Jordan. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
And for Wade, we often talk about his physical state. But what about the mental toughness? Here's a guy who's been playing in some kind of pain every game for the past few years. But he just keeps churning the butter, not wanting to let his team down.
Jones checked in for the Hawks. Greg, you brought up the topic of Wade. He's had a chance to make several tough mental adjustments throughout his career.
Well, he's always been a guy willing to alter his game for the good of the team. That's why he's got those championship rings, Kevin. You've got to be flexible, not just talented.
Yeah, when Shaq comes in and joins him, then he had to change away when LeBron came in to play.
Great credit to him.
Yeah.
Great credit to him.
Very admirable. Here's Jones. That falls. Nice feed that time from Dwayne Wade. Wade's got 5 assists tonight. The Thunder with the lead. And finished off by Jefferson.
And nobody, guys, among the defenders stepping up to challenge him on that drive to the 10.
And Greg, he says, thank you very much, and sails in for the flush.
And those are the kind of sequences that tell you why the score is what it is.
Let's go quickly over to Doris Burke for an update.
I was able to listen in on what Mike Budenholzer had to say to his team. He was not happy with their play to this point, telling them we're getting out hustled, plain and simple. There's still time, but we've got to dial up our effort. Kevin, we'll see if they have enough to get it done.
James outside. From downtown. That's good. LeBron's got 9 points now in just the second half.
This guy will really make you pay if you leave him enough room outside.
The drive by Wade. And it's good. He's made 2 for every 1 he's missed. 10 of 15 in the contest.
Just no resistance on the inside. That's their 5th consecutive make in the paint.
And Greg, those looks they're allowing are almost automatic.
Not surprised at all. He's shooting it well and scoring points in bunches.
He dishes it to Cousins. LeBron grabs the miss. LeBron's got 3 rebounds so far in the game. A shot by Jordan, no good. The Hawks trail by 11. Jones drives in. Wade kicks to McAdoo. And the rebound goes to the Thunder. Jefferson's got 6 rebounds here tonight.
Just not much success when it comes to shooting. And, folks, he does more than just put 2 points onto their lead. He does it with a little bit of flair.
He sure does. You're right. It's a dazzling move to the bucket for him.
I'll tell you what, he may not be the biggest man in the league, guys, but he more than makes up for that lack of size with amazing aerial skills.
And they are attacking the rim and getting great results.
And how? I mean, they're taking this defense to task, taking them to school. Every one of their last 10 points have come in the paint.
The Thunder leading by 11. It's stolen by Wade. Here's Jones. Good, and the assist goes to Irving. Jones has got 4 this quarter.
And tired legs affect you at the defensive end first, and that's what we're seeing here.
You called it, Greg. As much offense as we saw early, we're seeing even more of it here late.
Let's look at the energy stats, how the hustle game has been going for the Thunder.
I thought we might see the defense adjust at halftime to slow the break, but that has not been the case.
They've worked hard tonight at crashing the boards as well. They've had a bunch of second-chance points. What a game for Garnett. 11 rebounds and the 2 nice steals as well. He's gotten after it on the boards for them as well as in the transition game.
And I like the fact that one has really fed into the other. And, guys, how fun is it watching this fella just go to work?
Greg, it's not every point guard who can climb the ladder like he can.
Not at all.
Well, I tell you, I think his body control and concentration in the air are really unique.
And that's the battle they haven't been winning today. Their work on the glass has been porous, and that's got to change.
Yeah, no question about it. I mean, as they're looking to battle back, that's one of the key elements. You got to rebound.
Cousins, no good. The Thunder leading by 11. And 3 from Jordan. Rebound, Julius Erving. Time running out for the Hawks. Wade outside. And it's off the back rim. No good. Oklahoma City's gone 2 of 5 on three-point shots since the end of the third quarter. Garnett the pass to James. 1:22 left in the fourth quarter. 6 to shoot. Shot from the low block. And Wade sends it back. They retain possession. Westbrook can't get it to go. The Hawks trail by 11. Dishes it to Jones. Breaks a big high bounce and goes in. And it's out of bounds. Oklahoma City able to retain possession here.
And really no choice but to lunge for that pass to make sure it didn't get through.
Yeah, and that was important. Probably would have been a quick 2 points if he doesn't get a hand on it and knock it out of bounds.
And now as the clock ticks down, this is going to end up as a solid victory here for the Thunder.
It was like watching a three-point shooting contest tonight here, Clark.
I call them warm-up jump shots. I mean, 3 after 3. It paid off for him in the end.
And it'll go down as their first official win of the new year.
And you have to look back at this and see the huge game it was for LeBron James. Just an outpouring of points from him. Nobody could do much to keep him from dropping it in.
Here's Wade. 46 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Here's McAdoo, and the bucket counts, and he's on his way to the free throw line. Try to make it a three-point play.
And the defense just gets caught standing around that time and giving up the second chance opportunity.
You know, that just can't happen. They need much more effort than that on the glass.
And Oklahoma City going with a whole new group out there. Then for the Hawks. ABC's checked in for Cousins. Pierce comes in for Irving. And it's Terry in for Jones. Time called here. The Hawks decide to talk it over. They're down by 10. 35 seconds left to play in the final quarter. What do you think, guys?
Man, look, this one's out of reach. I don't know what they're thinking with this timeout.
Neither do I. I mean, maybe they're going over their plans for after the game. Who knows? But let's just get out of here.
And the Hawks making a change here. Millsap's checked in. .35 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Pierce dishes to Camby, and it is flushed down with a nice jam.
Really good awareness right there on the assist.
Johnson up top, Terry covering.
And they're not finished just yet. They're going to make sure about this win.
Yeah, not taking any chances, Greg. This is how you close a game out. Textbook.
Atlanta calls timeout. They trail by 10. 27 seconds left in the fourth quarter. 27 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Millsap a screen. Oden comes with the double team. For the three. Pierce for three. And he gets the bucket. .12 seconds left to play here in the fourth. To the left side wing. Here's Porzingis. Misses. So it's Oklahoma City picking up the win. Probably a little closer than they would have liked it, but Clark, a win nonetheless.
Yeah, and it appeared to me as though the fans gave them the emotional boost they needed down the stretch, Kevin. This crowd was not going to let this one slip away.
And now we'll send it down to Doris Burke, who's standing by courtside.
Monte, this was a nice one. How does it feel to come out with this win tonight?
That was great. We were sloppy at times, I think. Didn't really get into our sets like we should, and, they stuck around. But other than that, we got the win, found a way, to come out with one and, go to practice tomorrow and fix and correct everything that we messed up on today.
Way to hang tough, Monte. Thank you. Kevin?
Doris, thank you as always. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. And coming up next, the postgame show with Ernie Johnson, Shaq, and Kenny the Jet.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Thank you, Kevin. And now we have the opportunity to present our Jordan Player of the Game, LeBron James. Talk about lighting it up in the second quarter. My word, that was just huge, and the impact carried them through the entire game.
Anytime you deliver that sort of production we saw from him tonight, you're going to put your team in position to win. He gave them points in bunches, and when they needed them. It's not always about how much you get, but when you get those points up on the board.
I don't know if there's a fan base that loves their star more than this crowd. Wow. You get jealous. He feeds off that support. Once they got behind him, he became unstoppable, man.
And that'll do it for this edition of the NBA on 2K Sports. Hope you enjoyed the show. From myself, Kenny Smith, Shaquille O'Neal, Kevin Harlan, and the entire 2K Sports crew, have a wonderful evening.